Alrighty, y'all. Hello, and welcome to what should be a pretty interesting, maybe educational video, taking a look at some severe traffic jam police responses. Again, now we've taken a look at many of these, and we've even seen some where they come up on sort of traffic jams, albeit usually smaller ones, and they work their way through. And these are usually in countries like Poland, Germany, France, anywhere kind of in Europe. And it's usually a good response from traffic and, of course, the emergency drivers as well, whether that be police vehicles, ambulances, and so on. But this time, the emphasis is on actual severe traffic jams, where even in a country with disciplined, drivers, proven techniques, and, kind of driving and emergency awareness standards, it can still be rough. That's what I'm told. So these clips were shown to me through email from, I believe it's Christopher. So thank you so much. We will be looking at just a few minutes of each of these. These are longer videos, and they will be linked in the description down below so you can watch the whole videos and, of course, browse their channel. So let's go ahead and dive straight into this. Again, shout out to all emergency drivers out there. It could be a very stressful job, and, of course, it's a very important job. So good on you for keeping everyone safe and being efficient in a not-so-fun scenario. Let's go ahead and start this up. All right, so first clip, I believe we are in Germany. I love the police vehicles. I always say that. I'll say it again. The silver with the highlighter. Oh, boy. All right, one thing at a time here. Oh, boy. All right, so first of all, yeah, cool car. Get my nerd stuff out of the way. All right, you can see we are in a severe traffic jam to the point where we're literally on a standstill. We are at a standstill on a highway or an Autobahn. It's not good. Now, I know typically the driver etiquette and awareness in Germany is top notch, literally on a different planet compared to what I experience for the most part here in the U.S. But this is pretty bad. There's nowhere for them to go. This lady is determined. Someone's in trouble. Okay, so you can see these little subtitles that kind of update you on what's going on. Basically, there's not an emergency lane formed, which usually I've noticed y'all in Germany are really good with that, but this bit of traffic is not. Well, they have, they're returning to their police vehicle. Presumably that those police officers went to anyone who does not create emergency lane traffic jam or even uses one must in future finally got some trucks to move. They will expect a fine of between 200 and 320 euros as well as a 1-month driving ban. So obviously they take that very seriously, which is why you usually see people fall in line really quickly. They've got a nice lane now. There's the police lady. She's way up here on foot. He's picking her up. God, this is a heavy jam. And now they've ran into a complete blockade. No way. See, this is tough. Like, I don't ever want to just straight up throw blame on especially truck drivers, like when they're blocking, because they're in a big vehicle. They have a big vehicle. They have a big trailer. It's very hard to maneuver that around a tight area when you're in a jam. It's easy for this guy in a blue Opel right here to get out of the way. Look at how small that car is, right? You just scoot it out of the way and you're done. When you're in a big truck, it's a different story. But at the same time, you got to be aware that's part of the job, right? I mean, you're an even more important driver, arguably, when you're in a big truck because you are piloting such a big vehicle and you have, precious cargo, fragile things, whatever. You have more capability of blocking the road when it can't be blocked, and so you also bear kind of more responsibility. Oh, it's tough. But someone up here messed up. I mean, we see this truck driver trying to get out of the way, which is nice. But the guys in front aren't doing anything. They might not have many places to go either. Wow, see, this is different. Instead of going... Oh, man. They're getting out again. Oh, this is tough. This is not what I'm used to seeing either. Just proof that anywhere has its shortcomings sometimes, and even in Germany where they're top-notch, they can still run into an actual jam that you just can't get through. This is tough, man. How stressful. I mean, what are they responding to, right? Look at how much time is being wasted. This is horrible. It's not a good feeling at all. I mean, we do have some drivers kind of creating a way over here. What is the deal over here, man? On the left, huh? I can't move over? I noticed that a lot of the texts say there should be an emergency corridor no matter what during a jam. So is that... Am I understanding that when you have a traffic jam on any given day in, you know, countries where this would apply, so let's say Germany for right now, when you have a massive traffic jam, are you supposed to kind of stay as separated as you can to kind of have a makeshift lane in between that traffic jam, even if there's no police or ambulance responses around? That's what it's kind of making it sound like. In other words, don't wait until a police car just shows up behind you and is on the way to something to then have everyone create a lane. It sounds like you should kind of have an emergency corridor at all times. You know, every driver knows that. So there's always a lane that's pretty much there. And then should there be a response out of nowhere, they could kind of make their way through, even if there's a jam on any given Tuesday, right? That's what it kind of sounds like. Like whenever traffic's at a standstill, there should be an emergency lane. That's what I'm basically seeing. Damn, this is tough. That is so tough. Wow. How frustrating, man. Everyone's honking at each other. The trucks are honking. Police vehicles are honking. Jeez, man. Oh my God, it's like never ending. What is this jam? All right, this is another one. This is in, I believe, Germany as well. Totally different. I don't know what, if this is police or what. This van is obviously very different looking. But we have another horrible jam again. Trying to see the number plates. I can't tell what country we're in. I think we're in Germany. Yeah, I see a lot. I saw some .pls, Poland, but trucks can be international, right? They might be making their way through different countries, so. Anyhow. Look at them directing people like, yo, that way. This is just tough, man, again. Now, this one, they're not as bad. They haven't really had to stand still yet. I mean, they're moving, right? Might be low speed, but they're still moving. Although, look at this. Like, why isn't this guy over? See, now, in my opinion, this guy in the truck did mess up. Like, why aren't you over? Right? What are you doing? Damn. Okay, so they end up having to scoot over way to the right, literally on the shoulder of the road. Oh, my goodness. Some of these drivers were just not on their best this day. Holy smokes. They are really having to weave through this crap. People sitting out, just taking it all in. Damn, what a bad jam again. I mean, this one's going all right, all things considered. They've had some people totally in the way, but it looks like they haven't been at very many standstills for too long. And keep in mind, this would just be an absolute catastrophic mess if this happened in the U.S. If this happened in Chicago traffic, oh my goodness. You don't even want to know. You don't even want to know at all. Oh boy. Well, we're way ahead. And they moved their way. They've had a couple smooth sections, and it just bunches up again. We have a guy on foot trying to hopefully create a, for a while there, was trying to create a an emergency lane. Man, this is just crazy. People out just waiting outside at a complete standstill. The regular traffic. That's crazy. Wow. Now we have another point of view. Same kind of scenario though. Heavy traffic. And we have a police vehicle and I don't know what else trying to get through. Kind of interesting seeing it from this point of view though. Alright, the trucks have moved over slightly. Damn, this is just tough, man. These people are doing a good job moving out of the way. I mean, when you're dealing with this big of a jam, I feel like this is tough. Like, how does this end up getting evaluated if they're responding to something really bad, right? Really urgent, and that outcome is affected by this jam, you know, how do they end up? Do they kind of go back, I don't know, on some sort of body cam, dash cam? You know, do they end up charging some of these people that, you know, just we're not cooperating well, we're not getting out of the way? You know, how does that sort of thing work? Because, you know, I see it both ways. On one hand, traffic jams are a thing everywhere. They just happen and they suck, and they are exactly what they sound like. They're a jam. They don't move fast, and they take a while to kind of work themselves out. And you can't really blame that on people, right? Like, jams happen everywhere a lot. But at the same time, if there's kind of, you know, bad drivers and offenders that aren't cooperating and they're just kind of holding their own and in their own world, and they end up blocking access to an emergency lane, you know, kind of single-handedly for a while, that, you know, I can see that being a problem, right? That's definitely something you would think would be a chargeable offense. So I don't know. This is just tough. It's interesting because we've seen we've seen like responses before, and like I said, they'll come up on some heavy traffic and it'll just be a little bit, and they'll work their way through pretty well, pretty swiftly, usually. And then they'll be on the way, you know, traffic will lighten up, they'll be gaining some speed, then they'll come up on a slight jam again, they'll get through it, and then they'll keep going, right? And those are fun to watch. Now, this was equally interesting to watch. It's a little less action because everyone's going extremely slow or sitting still. But the difference is it's not these little pocket jams, right? But rather it's these jams that, according to the first description of one of those first videos, the jam itself, the traffic jam, was like 6 kilometers long. Again, it's just kind of a tough situation. These were just a little bit of clips from, you know, pretty big videos. So please use the links down there. Watch these in their entirety to see how some of these ended up panning out. And of course, I thank you guys. I appreciate you watching, and of course for all the great suggestions I've been getting lately. I guess with that being said, I'll turn to you in the comments for any more context I should know about. Again, I think they did their best, the emergency responders, and I think most people in traffic tried to do their best, but it's just can be really tough when it comes to big jams. Keeping lanes open is a must, and people have to have on their mind maybe more than they might think. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I think overall it was a pretty good response. I think this would go, unfortunately, probably twice or 3 times as worse if it was on some major highways near major cities here in the U.S. It would be just very rough. So yeah, it's going to be it for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all, stay safe out there. I'll catch you later.